Hi, William. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Well, what's it been like early on in your first season in the AHL?
I think it's been going good. Feels like I'm improving all the time and getting adjusted to the smaller ice.
What's the biggest adjustment you've had to make?
Just play faster, make quicker decisions.
So it's as much a mental change as anything else.
It's a little bit of both, mental and physical, but for sure, just to be mentally prepared. Uh, it's gonna be fast, so just be prepared.
I imagine too. There's a big adjustment in just adjusting to living in on this side of the ocean after living in Europe your whole life before this year.
Yeah, of course it is.
What's
Probably the hardest part is probably go grocery shopping. Everything is new.
Yeah, I'll bet it is. What sort of things are you working on? To get yourself in position to play in the NHL.
Just it's my defensive game. That's that's where I need to be good to be able to make it to the NHL. So just be a good defenseman, and then the offense will come with it.
Is it starting to come together for you a little bit? I mean, you're starting to get used to what you need to do and the pace of play?
Yeah, I feel comfortable. Just to get better every day, and time will tell.
Okay, I think I'm all set. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
William, it's Jack from Wood TV. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thanks. Hey, I'm just curious, what's it been like playing for Dan? I know it's been a rough start for the team. Great win last night, but how's that transition been? I know you weren't here last year for much of it, but this is a new coach. How's this transition been with Dan?
Uh, I feel like it's been great. He's a great coach, great person too, easy to talk to. He, I think he's really professional. Wants to make the team better every day. So yeah, I'm happy with him.
What would you how would you describe his style as a coach? What is he doing? How does he push your buttons?
He's very friendly. Likes to talk to all the players, uh, even if it's just one to one or in front of the whole team. But yeah, he talks a lot, and he he's always prepared for every game, and yeah, just a good guy.
After a tough start for the team, you guys had before last night had lost 10 of 13. Um, but last night, what changed last night and how can you guys carry that forward?
Felt like everyone was prepared for the game, and we played in our system. It's when we go outside the system, it doesn't work. So everyone needs to be on the same page and play the way we want to.
Last question. You mentioned grocery stores. How different are they from where you're from?
It's, they're way too big and way too many things to choose from, and we don't have any of the things that are in the stores here in Sweden. So you have to find what's best.
What do you miss most that you would find in Sweden that you can't find here?
Uh, Probably the Swedish candy.
I know we got plenty of Swedish fish in the stores, but hey, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
I am indeed. How are things going so far for you?
It's been good. I really like the atmosphere. We've been getting closer as a team and with the older guys, which has been nice. It's obviously been a little bit of an adjustment on the ice, but I think it's starting to come together for us as a team. We're starting to, win games more consecutively, and hopefully we can, take that into this weekend.
What are some of the adjustments that you've had to make in this first season?
I think so far it's just like puck management, and, and wall play is a big one for me, and just the time and space. It's a lot tighter. if you make a play, you got to make it right away. Can't hang on to it for too long. So I'm still adjusting to that. But I think the last few games has been really positive, and hopefully I'm learning as I go. And by the end of the year, I can really be able to round out my game.
William was saying that last night's game was kind of the first time everybody was seemed to be on the same page all the time. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had other games in the past where we've been, really good as well. But I think yesterday was a big stepping stone for us as a team. We all bought in, we all played well, everyone pitched in, and it was just a really good team win.
Just a matter of a mental adjustment for everybody involved, or getting to know each other, or what is behind that?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. We got a really good group this year, and we're really starting to get to know each other, and starting to become close off the ice, which I think directly translates to on ice success, especially with the young guys and old guys. We got a lot of young guys, a good group of old guys as well. So once we fully mesh together, it'll be hopefully an easy transition on the ice.
What is the biggest thing you've noticed in in the change from playing in the OHL to the AHL?
There's definitely a few. I think just it's hard to say everything, but I mean the speed is it's definitely a lot faster, a lot stronger. Guys seem to be bigger, and like I said before, you don't have nearly as much time for anything. You make one move, you gotta move it right away and go to space. It's not like junior where you can beat three or four guys. You beat one, you beat two. You gotta move it quick because guys will close in quick. So it's just that puck management, and a big thing I'm noticing right now is face-offs. I really gotta bear down on those and be better. So it'll take time, but I'm willing to put the work.
Are you in a position where you have to kind of work on your physical strength during the season as well to be able to play at this level?
Yeah, I'm working on it every week. I'm usually in the gym after, unless we have, like a day like today, I'm not. But any other day, I'm working out, or even after game, just getting the little things in as much as I can, just to kind of add building blocks to my game. Every little way I can get better, I'm going to try and do that. And strength is definitely one of those things where I really need to work on. So again, I'm going to be willing to put in the work, and hopefully that leads to success.
How have you adjusted to living in Grand Rapids? How is that going for you?
Been nice. It's been good. I live with Carter Mazer, so we got a good thing going. We got a really nice place. We got really lucky, and I've been doing some cooking, so it's been good.
Yeah, Carter says you're a pretty good cook.
Yeah, yeah, I cook a lot. So
Where did you get that from?
my mom and my nana cook a lot, and growing up, I would always watch them. They'd always be in the kitchen, so um, yeah, just from what I see, and it's all trial and error. So it's been nice. I like it a lot. It's good to take away from the game as well. Kind of sets you away, puts you in a calm state, and you can focus on something else for a couple hours.
You work with the Griffins on things to cook, so as to maximize the nutrition.
A little bit. Like again, I eat pretty healthy. Um, but yeah, I talk to them. They just want me to eat as much as I can and just keep packing on the pounds, keep putting on the weight. Not stupid weight, but smart weight. But yeah, I do have a sweet tooth for ice cream, but that's about it.
What do the Red Wings tell you as far as the things they want you to work on in Grand Rapids?
Again, yeah, we had a good exit meeting after camp there. They said it was a positive camp, and just the things I got to work on is the same as last summer, just strength, wall play, puck management, all that kind of fundamental stuff to hopefully be able to, be productive here and hopefully one day be able to play in the NHL. It's going to take time, but definitely, yeah, strength, my shot, getting it off quicker, wall play and puck management are the big things.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your time.
The cooking stuff got me curious. What's your go-to dish? What's your best dish?
Uh, I've been making pasta from scratch. So I did that a couple times. First couple times it was pretty rough because I don't have a machine, but third time I really took my time and I did it well. So that was good. And then usually the day before a game, I always have kind of the same meal. I'll do either a crispy roast potato or mashed potatoes, some sort of veggie, and then I always do a ribeye steak in the cast iron pan, basted rosemary, garlic. So it's pretty good.
You got me hungry.
Yeah.
How much did you guys need last night? That kind of a performance and a win?
Yeah, it was definitely big, like I said, especially for everyone to be pitching in and all of us to have kind of a great game together. It was huge, and especially coming into a really big weekend. All the teams are playing, division teams, so these are big points, and hopefully we can carry that momentum in this weekend and start to really go on a run here.
Yeah, what has to happen for this team to have a run, and how necessary is a run to keep you guys in the right frame of mind as you turn the page on the new year?
Yeah, I think every good team has that one kind of month or few weeks where they're just high on all fours, and hopefully this can be that, and hopefully we have multiple this year. But I think that the biggest thing is just to be all together on one level, supporting each other. Not everyone's going to be going at the same time. So if we're there for our teammates and we can get everybody going as much as we can, that's going to be the key. And especially like with our coaches and stuff like that, if we're all together in unison, that's going to be huge because we have a really, really good team, and I think a really underrated team. So hopefully this is the start of something special, and I think it is.
Last question for you. Can you just describe Dan as a coach? What's his style, and what are you learning from him?
Well, I really like his style. He always says that he coaches, people, not players, which is something that really resonates well with me because I like to be, heard. You like to have conversations away from hockey, and it can kind of ease you into that mental state. You're not so tense. He's not a coach that makes you feel tense on the ice or, scared to make a mistake, which is, I think, the biggest thing. When you do make one, he'll let you know, but he's always quick to say, like you did this good here, just maybe watch that. So it's very constructive criticism. It's positive. So it's been very good so far.
Hey, Cross, how would you assess your season thus far?
Um, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It haven't been hasn't had the start I wanted. Um, haven't really performed to what I know I'm capable of performing to, and I'm just ready to get back to where I know I could play and helping the team win.
What's been the reason for that, do you think?
I don't know. I feel like coming back from injury, I feel like just doing the little things are super important, and just getting reps back of that, and maybe just trying to find that perfect play all the time instead of just doing maybe just more of a little detail. It's kind of just something I feel like I've been creeping in my game, and I'm just trying to get that out right now.
So is it just a matter of adjustment to playing in the AHL?
I mean, yeah, I know how I can play, and I know I could play in this league, and I know I can perform in this league well. So I think it's just getting back to where I can play.
You feel like you're getting there?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm trending upward. Obviously, every day I'd work hard and watch a lot of video with the coaches, a lot of skill work with skills coaches, and yeah, just being in practice every day. I think every day is a step in the right direction.
What are some of the things that you're working to improve on this year or develop,
Uh,
I guess?
yeah, development. I mean, obviously, you can always develop every area of your game. For me, another thing that's always been for me has just been skating, and skating coaches are always in here, and just like little detail stuff, always making the right play, whether you're in the offensive zone, defensive zone, neutral zone, just knowing how to manage the puck the right time at all times, and being trusted by the coaches out there.
Is it just a matter? Is it as much a mental adjustment as it is physical?
Yeah, I never really thought about that when I first got hurt, how hard it is kind of on the mental side to come back from an injury. I feel like that's probably taken the longest than my actual physical side did. So it is tough, but it's something that obviously you build towards and you work towards every day to get better at.
So I guess you're just trying to your body's you're trying to you're trying to trust your body more, I suppose. Is that part of it? I mean, you have the injury, so you have to kind of get past that. I've been injured and all that, just mentally.
Yep. Yeah, just kind of getting past that mental fog of everything's okay and stuff. So.
Okay, I think I'm all set. Thank you.
Hey, Cross, you played under Ben last year and played really well. What's the difference? And with Dan, that coaching change they made, what's the biggest difference that you're noticing?
Um, I mean, for me, I think just being a young kid, being like a lot of I can speak for a lot of us young guys, is just a lot of help from the coaches is much needed, especially coming in from turning junior to pro and or coming out of college to pro. And I think Dan and the whole coaching staff's been really great for us, just taking us aside and talking to us one on one and doing a lot of video with us. Just kind of little things like that just really help us and give us more confidence.
Just how much did you guys need that win last night and that kind of performance?
Yeah, I think it was a great win by the team. I think we showed that we can handle some of the teams in our division this year. We just got to prove it every single night. I think that's one of our biggest things is being consistent as a team, night in and night out. So I think last night and a few games before that is a step in the right direction, and I think we just need to be consistent in all of our games that we play against them, instead of just it's tough when you just win one and then lose one and then win one again. So I think just consistency in our division and taking care of them is really big for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi. Just kind of want to get your thoughts on how this early time has gone coming into the, Grand Rapids system and coming out of the queue.
Well, it's been a very smooth transition from the Q to American League. That make it very easy for me. Great opportunity and give me a lot of responsibility over the team and over the structure. I've been coaching young guys for the last 12 years, and there's not much different with the task I have to do here in GR with all the young guys we have on our team, especially up front. So. I mean, the transition has been smooth, and but so far so good. I enjoyed to be in GR right now.
Oh, one of those players that you coached was Joshua Waugh, who's now obviously in the AHL as well in Laval. What did you learn coaching kind of an elite talent that you were able to bring with you to Grand Rapids?
Well, Josh, first, he's a great story. I made that trade in COVID time, which was a first pick overall in junior. Thing didn't work well for him in St. John, and we brought him in Sherbrooke, and we totally changed the way he was working out, the way he eats every day, works out on the ice, and I learned from that to change players' attitude, the way they have to be a pro. And I try to bring that also to our team right now. But those story by players, like you give them plans and you give tips, but at the end, as the players has to do it. And Josh was a good example. Like he works very hard to reach where he is right now, and we try to do this. I try to do the same thing with those players here. If I can help with my the pass I had in junior, change players the way they were and now how they are in pro hockey, I can use all my tools.
And they are all young players, but have you noticed any differences at the AHL level from junior in terms of how you relate to players and how they take the message you're trying to give them?
I think you know what I talked with Dan about that, and I think the last 5 years in junior, a lot of things change. And for the good way. But I gotta say, like teaching those young guys here is not much different from a junior perspective. They want to be listened. They want to know why many things happen day to day, and communication is the key. And I think my experience I have for the last couple of years helped those young guys to improve every day. And if I can help them to reach the NHL, that's my goal.
And what were some of those changes you saw in junior, last 5 years, before you left?
The way, everything happened with Team Canada and CHL too, like about rookie, veteran, the way to treat players. I think as a coach, all the coach had success the last couple of years in juniors because we changed it. We changed the way we treat players, we communicate with players. It has to be on my time, like very hard, like between coaches and players. Now communication is the key, and I changed the way I coach the last couple of years, and for the good way. And just like good communication between almost father and son. That if you want that the players give 100% day to day, they need the confidence with the coaches, and I think that's the most things that's changed in junior, especially.
The last thing for me, coming obviously into a, top franchise like Detroit, with all the resources there, what have you kind of been able to add to your coaching game, since coming into Detroit and Grand Rapids?
Well, I was very impressed. First of all, when I came in training camp, the way Derek Lalonde gave us opportunity to be a part of the coaching staff in training camp, which I was very impressed. I had a chance to be behind the bench for one exhibition game in Washington. It started the right way right there. So I can see there's a major change of culture in the organization for the last 2-3 years. Want to do the same thing in JR, and I've been through Hockey Canada many years, and my objective on that was to learn from other coaches. And so far, when I'm here right now, I'm learning a lot with Dan. Brian been here as a player, but a lot of experience in American League. So all those people around me that I met so far just get me as a better coach.
Thank you.
What are your impressions of the young players that you have in Grand Rapids this year?
Well, I mean, the objective this year for those young guys is to progress day to day. And from day one of training camp, we see a lot of guys progress. There's some guys who play in junior like Lombardi, or this is a little shock when you play with Mans. But those guys, they work so hard from day one. A guy like Casper is only 19, progressed day to day. Major just came back from injuries. I think he's doing very well. So all those young guys, especially up front where I take care of, I can see a lot of progression from day one, and that's what we want until the end of the season.
What sort of things do you emphasize with their development?
Well, first of all, they're very lucky. They got a lot of ice time, and we try to have objective for every players. But those physically, you got to reach another level. Give tips, to get offensives more scoring chance. We try to work on their skill a lot every day, and just to get opportunity offensively, like generate some offense. Hard on their stick, practice a lot of shots, to bring that level in American League and NHL, those guys have to be faster everywhere. And it's been a part of my job so far, and work a lot on video, on structures, but they're very receptive, work very hard every day. And I tell you, I have to take some guys off the ice every day because they want to learn. So it's a good opportunity for me to teach them, but at the same time, they're 100% into it so far.
So you see it starting to click then with these guys.
Well, we're struggling a little bit on the offensively at the start of the season, and the engagement we took from the day one is to play those young guys, and the communication with the players is very important, and like we're doing a lot better offensively right now because those young guys, they learn every day, they get better. So it's a good mix with our vet for the last couple of games that we can generate more goals. And so it's, as a coach perspective, it's a good news.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. Hey, Dan, nice win last night. How much did you guys need that? And does it feel like maybe you guys are ready to go on one of those runs that a team really needs right now?
No, I think that's the hope right now. I liked our games against Manitoba. One bad period, that second period of game 2, kind of squashed, winning both games. So the fact that we were able to rebound, get back at it, have a good solid performance last night, just shows that we are trending in the right way, and hopefully those results to wins.
I know players can go through slumps and things like that. but you're a new coach that comes into a new league. So there's a lot of unknowns for you. How do you avoid playing that mental game of chess and lose confidence as a coach when you go through a period like this where you had lost 10 of 13?
Well, you just stick with it. I mean, it's going to be a process, and guys are learning, how I operate, how our staff operates. We're learning how they operate, whether it's, with the Griffins from the past few years, whether they're coming into a new team, coming from somewhere else. It's sticking with what we think is going to work. And that's the being prepared for practices, off ice workouts, being prepared for games, and then showing up and doing your job. And that's what we're doing. We're making sure that we do our job to the best of our ability to give our guys the right information to have success.
And what is maybe the most important ingredient in walking into a locker room and gaining respect from a team?
Just being myself, not changing who I am and what I believe in. And once you set those values in place, it's sticking with them and making sure that they know that I'm not going to waver from them. And that's how you start to build that trust, that respect, and get to know them as people, not just as hockey players, but really start to build those relationships. And that's typically what builds trust inside the locker room, trust between coaches and players, players to players, and coaches to coaches. And so I think it's really, really important.
And last question I've got for you, some of the guys that maybe we expected bigger numbers out of, how do you get them going? Guys that maybe are off to slow starts and slumping at first.
Well, a number of ways. I mean, right now, just trying to find consistency within the lineup in terms of, line combinations that work well together, players that work well together, players that feed off of each other. Sometimes here recently, we've seen maybe a healthy scratch that kind of hit the reset button, and just, again, there's some guys trying to maybe do too much, and it's simplifying their game at times. So there's multiple ways, and it's just finding the right buttons to push to get these guys going. But, some of the guys, we know there's more inside of them, and we know they're getting frustrated at times. So it's managing that frustration, making sure they're not losing a ton of confidence, and trying to build them up so they can perform at their best.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
Yep.
So basically, as well as working on their development, you teach a lot of these young guys just how to be pros. Is that part of the first part of the season here, getting them to learn that as well?
Exactly. A lot of, habits off the ice, how to prepare, how to live away from the rink. These guys are coming from junior where they live with billets, and a lot of times things are taken care of for them. Now they're doing it themselves, and whether they have a significant other with them, moving in for the first time, there's a lot of things outside of hockey that these people and players are dealing with that we've got to prepare them for. So now when they come to the rink, they're at their best. They're not worrying about things that are happening outside of the arena. So, just again, it's not just at the rink, it's also away from the rink, but at the rink too. The workouts that they may have, the on ice performance, whether it's skating coaches, skills coaches, then a practice, they're on the ice for a lot of minutes at times. So it's how to deal with it, how to prepare for it, and how to make sure they're ready when games come.
As far as I have some questions about some players. Amadeus Lombardi, what have you seen from him so far? What does he need to work on as far as improving?
Yeah, I think the growth right now, I think if you're watching games, you can certainly see the confidence he's playing with right now, something he lacked early on. Again, just the puck management in certain situations, that's something he's still working on and working through. And then another thing he's got to work on is just overall strength. And that's human nature. That's nothing new. That's nothing he doesn't know. It's just working within those battles, how to maybe get in there a little bit tighter to win those battles. I think those are the two biggest areas, but he's a dynamic player. He can carry the puck through the neutral zone with speed. He's reading the play, playing within structure extremely well right now, playing with Tyler Spezia and Dominic Shine. Those two guys are helping him along the way to keep his game simple. But again, use his skills and speed when the time's right.
William Wallander, he's in his first season in the AHL. What sort of things has he shown you thus far?
Well, I like his mobility. I like he plays long. He's got a good stick. He's a big kid, and so the range that he plays with is very good inside his D zone. Again, just a guy who's got to try and find a little bit more intensity, a consistent intensity. When he has it, he's real good. And now it's about making plays too. There's a little more offensive upside to his game. So just having confidence with the puck, making the right decisions, making the right plays. Not, sometimes the first play is the best play for him, and not trying to force a play through middle ice if it's not there. So just, again, simplifying his breakouts, but his mobility, how he thinks the game. He's going to be a real good defender.
And Cross Hannes got off to kind of a slow start. How is he progressing for you?
Well, Cross, you know what? He's when he's moving his feet, when he's shooting pucks, when he's playing a north-south game, that's when he's effective. His work ethic, his attention to detail is very good through practices. And now we just have to translate that into games to get him back to where he was before his injury last year. We watched video of him last year and the type of player he can be, and that's where he wants to get back to. So, a healthy scratch, a reset mentally for him. A guy who's trying to work through some frustrations right now in his game, and we're just going to, help him step by step here.
What's the status of Antti Tuomisto? He's only played in a couple of games for you this year.
Yeah, he got hurt. He's coming off an injury. He should be ready shortly. We're excited to get him back in the lineup when that happens. So again, just working through an injury right now.
What sort of things does he bring to the table?
Well, he's got a great first pass. I think he reads the play extremely well. Again, another big guy who uses his height and size to his advantage. He's got a great shot. One of the things we're working on right now going through injuries is skating. Everyone can get better at skating, his mobility. But I think another young, real good prospect who's he can move pucks out of his zone at a high level.
You guys had the shutout win last night. Do you think things are starting to come together for you?
Yeah, over the past 10 games, to be honest with you, our numbers, if you look at the analytical data, they haven't resulted in wins yet, but I do like the way it's trending. It's trending in a real positive way. Now we got to find and learn ways to win. Obviously that Sunday game, that bad second period, we got to find ways to make sure that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, give up a couple. Now we're chasing the game. So I like the way our team's playing structurally. Now it's just making sure we do it consistently.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.